So if you're building anything on AWS, you're going to hit this question and you're going to hit it fast. Where do you put your secrets? The database passwords, the API keys. Getting this right is just fundamental for a secure, efficient cloud setup. Every single developer gets to this point. You've got that database password or that critical API key, and you just know you can't hard code it into your app. That's a huge no-no. So, where does it go? This is honestly one of the most common and most important decisions you'll make. And look, this isn't just about finding a spot to stash a string of text. The choice you make here has real-world consequences for your app's security, your monthly AWS bill, and honestly, how much of a headache you're creating for yourself down the line. To help us solve this exact problem, AWS gives us two main services. So let's meet our contenders. All right, in one corner, we've got AWS Systems Manager Parameter Store. Just think of this one as the versatile, do-it-all tool. It's fantastic for general configuration and your basic secrets. And in the other corner, AWS Secrets Manager. This is the high security specialist, the one you bring in for the really sensitive stuff. And it's got some incredibly powerful tricks up its sleeve. So how do these two actually stack up? Let's put them head to head and really break down the features to see where each one shines and where it doesn't. Okay, this table really lays it all out, doesn't it? Parameter Store is your go-to for general config. But then you look at that auto rotation row and, well, it's a no. You'd have to go and build your own custom Lambda function to make that happen. Secrets Manager? It's just built right in. Same story with encryption. In Parameter Store, it's optional. You have to remember to use the secure string type. But in Secrets Manager, it's not even a choice. It's mandatory, always encrypted. This right here tells you everything about their different design philosophies. Now, while all those features matter, for most of us, whether you're in a real project or even studying for an exam, the choice boils down to two huge factors: cost and automation. How much are you willing to pay, and do you need your secrets to rotate automatically? Let's talk money first, because let's be real, budget is a huge deal for a lot of projects, especially when you're just starting out. And yeah, the difference is pretty big. The standard tier of Parameter Store is free. You can store up to 10,000 parameters and not pay a single cent for storage. Secrets Manager, on the other hand, charges you for each secret every month and for your API calls. It's not going to break the bank, but it is definitely not free. So the bottom line is simple. If you're trying to keep costs down, especially for things like URLs or environment variables, Parameter Store is your winner. It's not even a competition. But what if cost isn't your main concern? What if security is? What if you've got a compliance rule or a strict policy that says those credentials have to be changed on a regular basis? This right here is the killer feature for Secrets Manager. It handles the entire complex process of rotating a credential for you. It'll create a new password, go update the user in the database, say on Amazon RDS, and then update the secret itself. All of that happens without you lifting a finger and without any downtime for your application. That is a huge deal. So for anyone who needs to rotate database passwords or API keys automatically to meet security best practices, Secrets Manager is the answer. It's literally what it was built to do. All right, we've looked at the features, we've talked cost, we've talked automation. Let's wrap this all up into a final verdict you can actually use. Okay, so here's the decision tree. You're going to grab Parameter Store when cost is king, when you're just storing general config data, or for secrets that don't need to be rotated. Oh, and don't forget that awesome hierarchical organization. It's like a file system for your parameters, which is super handy. And you're going to choose Secrets Manager when the stakes are higher. If automatic rotation is a must-have, the conversation pretty much ends there. But it's also your best bet for your most sensitive data, for multi-region apps, or for those complex setups where you need to share secrets between different AWS accounts securely. So, in the end, there's no single best service here. The right choice is all about what you're storing. But here's the real pro tip. In most real-world apps, the smartest move isn't picking one or the other, it's using both. You use Parameter Store for your everyday config, and then you bring in Secrets Manager for the high-value credentials that need rotation. And that brings us to the final question. One for you to think about with your own projects. You've got secrets and configs stored somewhere. We all do. But are you using the right tool for the job? Is your setup really optimized for both your budget and your security? It's probably worth taking a second look.